Hi, this afternoon I want to talk about a couple of techniques that have to do with our hip dominant sport, which is poomsae. So we chose to do a couple of deadlift techniques today that we have in most of our training protocols, but they're a little bit different than the standard normal deadlifting program. So Christy Burke will assist us here, so why don't you step inside that trap bar. The first one we want to talk about is it's a regular deadlift movement, but we're doing it with a hex bar so that you can see that the bar itself, stand up for a second, you can see the bar itself is actually a hexagon shape and it's not the regular Olympic bar. This allows her to go ahead and come down to the bar. This allows her to actually have her hands in more of an anatomically correct position to her side rather than actually turn your hands this way or having one turned out here, so that she actually either passively rotates the shoulder or creates too much tension or flexion and compression at her back. So this puts her in a little bit better alignment where her body is more straight, especially because she's had 2 hip replacements. Anybody that has had past hip problems, this actually loads her in quite a straight line. So why don't we do this? Why don't you go ahead and stand up, and she's just going to stand up and down. It's really simple. She goes to the ground and stands up. Give me about 3 or 4 more reps. Okay, up and down. Okay, good enough. You would use the rep loads on this. I would use a lot of endurance, strength endurance protocol, which might be in a hypertrophy range anywhere from, say, 8 to 12 reps. You do 3 to 5 sets. I wouldn't do more than 5, and no, I wouldn't do less than 3. If you're going to get down into more of a neurological area where you're going to load this pretty heavily, and we can load it with several hundred pounds, you get down to, say, 3 to 5 to 8 reps. Then you would increase the number of sets, which would go up to maybe somewhere between 5 to 8 sets in that rep range of, say, 3 to 8 reps. So that would be different. This is, like I said, I believe for our sport and for people who are hip dominant, especially the older athletes, the M1s, M2s, and M3s, where we're talking about bodies that don't want to take that much kind of flexion and compression. This trap bar or hexagon bar is actually a really good solution to being able to load them up heavy, to create some strength in that deadlift movement, and do it without hurting them. That's really good. Now the next one we're going to do is with an Olympic bar, but we're going to take a moment to set that up. Okay, we're back. So we've taken a regular Olympic bar and we've stacked a couple 3 pads that you would use on your floor in a Taekwondo school to give us a little bit of height, and we've used very small weights, only 10-pound weights on the bar to create some resistance. Now the deadlift here is not done in a conventional style. Again, we're going to do it from the knee. So Chrissy's she's on her knees, and she's got just enough room under the bar right there to pick up. Now what she's going to do is she's going to stop. And when she comes up, she brings her hips forward, pull, and comes up and pushes her hips forward and squeezes her butt real tight and holds it at the top for a count of about 2 seconds. Squeeze and then down. And up and then down. This doesn't look like it's a lot of resistance, but it's a ton. And where the resistance is coming is only in her glutes, only in her butt, where we actually need those muscles to be strong enough to give her a really good hip hinge. So this is actually an opportunity. You can just stack those 10-pound plates out there. You can actually create quite a bit of resistance. And the fact that she's off her knees offers a shorter lever, so you don't need a lot of weight to get a lot of response. So this is the other type of deadlift we might do from essentially a bilateral position. One, we use the trap bar because of the torque and flexion and compression we can take out of the deadlift, and then we can get very heavy there. And then this one tends to isolate just the glutes. And the problem with especially a lot of females, is that we are quad dominant and we don't have enough strength in the glute complex. We get too much lumbar curve. It messes with our head forward posture and our whole body alignment. So anyway, these are 2 exercises you might want to give a whirl. Thank you.